let's move on to some innocent sounding stuff. How many of you have large closets in your apartments? Quite a few. Some of the older buildings have big closets. You know, that's before they tried to cram every last square footage onto a lot. Guess what? You know that you cannot advertise walk-in closets in an ad. Why would you think that would be the case? You are discriminating against the handicapped. They're not in a position to walk in. It's that beautiful. Sorry. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous. To me, it's a closet. You walk in. Okay? It's true. What about if you're near a church or a park? What do you think? You think you can advertise that? Near churches, near parks? Anybody? Basically not. If you are advertising that, guess what? You're taking a chance. Why? Well, if you say you're near churches or synagogues, religious discrimination. What if your tenant is not in that particular religion? Hey, discriminated. You can't walk to parks? What's that? Handicap discrimination. Back to the walk-in closet example. I know this sounds all crazy. I've been there. Unfortunately, too long. And oh my God, do not say quiet, safe, or secure building in your ads. I can almost guarantee you that'll come back to bite you. You're going to say secure building, quiet building, whatever. Guess what? Someone gets hurt, someone gets robbed, someone gets mugged, etc. Hey, you said it was quiet. You said it was gated. No, you're supposed to say gated. Gated's okay, but don't say secure. It's a different meaning. It's scary stuff. You got to watch your words. And what's wrong with this? We used to have a sign in our buildings. Children cannot ride skateboards or bicycles in the courtyard. Anybody can say anything about that one? Children. Got it? Exactly. All right. So what are you supposed to do? Let them ride skateboards near the pool and take a risk? No. It's not the fact that you cannot enforce rules as an apartment owner. The problem is you cannot single out children because they are a protected class. Okay. So the sign should say occupants cannot ride skateboards and bicycles near the pool. How do I know this? You guessed it. I got sued for it. When you do as much business as I've done over the 30 years, you're going to be experiencing all this stuff. So take it from my examples on how to avoid these pitfalls as an apartment owner. I've had a number of fair housing issues because that's like one of the first things people try to use when they're not paying their rent. And I call it unfair housing, unfortunately. And the bottom line is you got to take certain steps, protocols, procedures, and documentation in order to avoid getting sued, or if you do, you can thwart the effort before it gets too far and it won't cost you that much. Now, how many of you have that lovely sign on your building called Prop 65? Anybody have those? You guys are very compliant. I like that. Anybody else? You've been reading this stuff. That's good. So Prop 65. Anybody else? Okay, it's a California law. It's been around for a while, and the sign basically says. It doesn't say this literally, but I'm just trying to exaggerate. But it's kind of really ridiculous. You're walking into your building courtyard, and you might be walking into a nuclear waste dump. It doesn't say that, but it says you may be exposed to chemicals and problems and residuals and residues that might kill you. It's like so stupid. I mean, I think there's probably one in this building. You've got to put that sign on. If you don't put the Prop 65 sign on, you are in a position where you can get cited, either by the city, or a tenant might glom onto that idea, or an attorney might. An attorney likes to do class action suits. If you're a multiple building owner, they say, oh, this owner has 20 buildings, the Prop 65 sign, we're going to extort money out of you. I hope I'm not insulting the attorneys in the audience. I love attorneys when they're mine, but the bottom line is you are taking a chance if you don't have that sign on it. How do I know this? You might guess. I got two for it. We've done over the years about 10,000 apartment units over all my years. You can imagine what I've seen and haven't seen. There isn't much I have not seen. Okay. In essence, you have to be vigilant in managing your apartment buildings. You need to make sure you have regular inspections. I don't know how many people do regular quarterly inspections. Quarterly, semi-yearly. Okay. Better than none. Quarterly. All right, so that's good. Now, what are you doing in these quarterly inspections? You should be looking out for leaks, especially water intrusion leaks. What does water intrusion cause if it's left alone? Exactly. Is mold insured most of the time? I've had to settle some bad mold lawsuits, and as a property manager and the owner, we both had to settle because we're the manager, we're the agent for the owner. It cost a lot of money. So you're looking in these quarterly inspections, you're looking for water intrusion, you're looking for leaks. The leaks help you save money in water bills. And how does that translate to your building value? Water bill lower, net income higher, properties are sold based on net income, there you go. You're looking for, tenants oftentimes remove batteries from their smoke detectors. That's dangerous. If a fire happens, someone unfortunately dies, even if they took out the batteries, guess what? You're the deep pocket. So these inspections help prevent that. You have a paper trail, you cite them, and now you have a paper trail, and if you ever go to court, you have a better chance of winning. I have not been sued for that, because we do quarterly inspections. Trip and fall liabilities, very common in buildings. You know how the sidewalks kind of split apart and they start making a big, they're fixable, cost a little bit of money, but you should fix them. I had a situation 20 years ago where an elderly German lady was visiting her relatives in Bellflower, and she tripped. It was just a small crack. She died. She's coming from Germany, she trips on the building, and she passes. Oh my God, that's an ugly one. We'll settle by the insurance company, but be vigilant in your building. Nails in the carpet. Sounds done, sounds like not a big deal. You walk into your inspection, you should get a checklist quarterly. Look for those nails. Look, why? Kid could step on a nail, mess up their foot. There's a lot of little things like that. Carbon monoxide. Oh, there's one. Blocking windows in a bedroom. People stack cards, numbers of furniture against a window in a bedroom, not a living room, but in a bedroom. Hazard. You'll get written up by the fire department. They cannot escape in case of a fire. Anyway, there's a number of things. Those of you who manage your apartment buildings know exactly what I'm talking about. In general, I think we've only scratched the surface. We have a checklist that's like 50 items, and it can go on forever. We can talk about this for hours. But I think you get the idea. You have a living, breathing asset. That asset is your retirement. That asset is your cash flow. That asset is part of your net worth. But you got to maintain it, you got to manage it, you got to watch the liabilities. And if you do, you're going to be looking really pretty in the years to come. Our RTI booth is just straight down that way. We have a whole staff there who deals with this stuff every day. Please feel free to come by. I'll be there most of the day. We'll be happy to answer all these questions for you. I just wanted to give you a snapshot. And many of you know a lot of these things, but I want to put it all together for you as to what to watch out for. Thank you for your time.